How far out are you from civilization right there if you needed help?
I think there was a guy who lives in the woods. Oh, he would probably be about a 15, 20-minute walk.
Behind the laughter, the smiles, and those beautiful outdoor adventures lies a heartbreaking story that most people never see. While fans enjoy watching Luke Nichols and his sons explore the wild together, there's a deep pain hiding behind those happy faces. This isn't just a story about catching fish or camping in the woods. It's about silent struggles, emotional scars, and hidden truths that shaped a man's life. What pain is Luke carrying that no one talks about? What moments broke him before the world ever saw him smile on camera? Let's uncover the story that will leave you speechless. Every fan of survival knows life isn't always easy. But for Luke Nichols, the heart behind Outdoor Boys, the pain didn't come from wild rivers or freezing nights. His darkest moments came from the real world. The internet, work pressure, and family life. Luke's story doesn't begin with a YouTube channel. It starts way before that, in a place as cold and wild as life can get. He was raised in Alaska, and we're not talking about cold weather. We're talking brutal cold. Think frozen rivers, snow-covered mountains, and deep forests that could swallow you whole if you weren't careful. That was Luke's playground. From a young age, Luke didn't just play, he survived. Fishing in icy water until his fingers went numb, hunting for food, sleeping in tents during brutal storms, figuring out how to stay warm when temperatures dropped way below zero. That was his reality. Every day in the wild taught him something new: how to be patient, how to solve problems, and how to never give up. But Alaska was just the beginning. As Luke got older, his journey took him somewhere completely different: Japan. He went on a mission trip, not for fun, but to learn, help others, and experience a whole new way of living. And it changed him forever. Japan was nothing like Alaska. Busy streets, tiny homes, a whole different culture. But here's what stuck with Luke: patience, calmness, discipline, and respect. He learned to take his time, to think before acting. And most importantly, he learned that storytelling could change lives. That discovery stayed with him. Those lessons would come in handy later, when he started sharing his own stories online. After Japan, Luke returned to the United States. But adulthood hit hard. He wasn't a kid anymore, and life wasn't about adventures. It was about bills, work, and raising a family. To survive, Luke did what many people do. He got a job. He went into political consulting, helping people in politics with advice. The job was fast-paced and full of stress. Sure, it paid well, but it made him miserable. He missed the wild. He missed the quiet. He missed spending time with his sons. So Luke made a bold move. He quit. He walked away from it all and went to law school. He worked hard, passed his exams, and became a lawyer. On the surface, everything looked perfect: a career, money, a home, and a family. But something still felt wrong. Deep down, he felt empty. That's when Luke started looking for something more, something that brought joy, not just money, something meaningful that let him reconnect with nature and his kids. But how does someone go from law books to survival videos? It all started with a camera. Luke created a YouTube channel called Catfish and Carp. His goal? Simple: teach people how to fish, tell some stories, share his love for the outdoors. And guess what? People loved it. The videos took off. His channel grew. Viewers connected with his calm style and genuine passion. But even with all that success, Luke still felt something was missing. He didn't want to just fish. He wanted to explore, camp, share survival tips. Most of all, he wanted to make unforgettable memories with his sons and invite the world to watch. That's when he launched a second channel, Outdoor Boys. But starting fresh wasn't easy. Some fans from his fishing channel weren't happy. They didn't want adventures. They just wanted more fish. Some even left comments like, "We miss the old stuff." But Luke didn't let it stop him. He had a vision, and he stuck to it. He wanted to show real outdoor life, from setting up tents to hiking to the wild with his kids. So he pushed forward, running both channels at once, teaching, exploring, creating, and through it all, carrying the weight of a past filled with struggle and sacrifice. But building two channels wasn't easy. Luke had to film, edit, upload, and manage both channels, all while being a dad and working as a lawyer. That's a massive load for one person. But he didn't complain. He just kept going. Then, in 2017, something incredible happened. Luke took his family back to where it all started, Alaska. They camped under stars, fished in icy waters, and explored the wild, just like he did when he was a boy. This time, he shared it all with the world. The series was called The Alaska Adventures, and fans loved it. We're not talking about a few thousand views. 3 of those videos passed 1 million views each. It was a turning point. Outdoor Boys was no longer just a side channel. It was something special. People didn't just watch those videos. They felt them. They saw a father and his sons working together, laughing, surviving, and building memories. It wasn't just about adventure. It was about love, teamwork, and family. And that's what made Outdoor Boys different. But just when things were finally going right, something went terribly wrong. In 2019, YouTube changed the rules. They want to protect kids, so they turned off the comment sections on family-friendly channels, including Outdoor Boys. Just like that, Luke lost his community. No more questions from fans. No more replies. No more kind words under the videos. And to Luke, that wasn't just a small change. It was devastating. It felt like a wall had been built between him and the people who supported him. But that wasn't the end of it. YouTube also stopped showing ads on many of his videos. No warning, no real reason. Just gone. That meant Luke was suddenly making no money off content that took hours, sometimes days, to create. For many, that would have been the end. But not for Luke. Instead of quitting, he adapted. He made his videos even safer for kids. He moved to platforms like Facebook to reconnect with fans. And he kept creating, quietly, without drama, without begging for views. And little by little, people stayed. Because what Luke built was real. And real always finds a way. But even as the views returned and the channel grew, the pressure didn't go away. Luke kept working. He kept creating. And soon, people started noticing something strange. Where did Luke go? Why weren't there new videos? Why were fans flooding Reddit? Worried if something had happened. Then, on May 17th, 2025, the truth came out. Luke uploaded a video titled Goodbye. It wasn't clickbait. It wasn't a trick. It was a calm, quiet farewell. In the video, Luke sat down, looked into the camera, and said he was done, at least for now. After 11 years, over 1,100 videos, 2 massive YouTube channels, he was stepping away. He had filmed while sick, built cabins while injured, camped in freezing temperatures, edited through the night while the world slept. He had given everything. And maybe that was the problem. Luke didn't just give time. He gave his soul. And now it was clear. He had nothing left to give, at least not right now. He wanted time with his family. Real time, not time spent behind a camera. He wanted peace. He wanted rest. And for once, he finally chose himself. But what happens now? Will Luke ever return? Will Outdoor Boys come back? Or is this the end of one of YouTube's most beloved channels? To understand what might be next, and to see what made millions fall in love with this quiet, humble father, stay with us. There's still more to uncover about the man behind the camera, and a heartbreak that led to his final goodbye. Luke wasn't tired because of the long hikes or the cold nights. Not even because of the hours editing videos. The truth was deeper than that. Fame had finally caught up with him, and not in a fun or exciting way. He said people kept coming up to him in public, wanted to talk, take pictures, or just be near him. It got overwhelming. His wife was worried. He was worried. What started as something small and fun had now grown into something huge and a little scary. The truth is, Luke never wanted to be famous. He wasn't flying private jets or giving away money. He wasn't doing crazy stunts for clicks. He was just a dad, camping in the woods, building forts, and teaching his kids how to survive in the wild. But somehow, the world made him a star anyway. The YouTube system didn't just reward him. It pushed him forward faster and faster. It was like he had become the platform's favorite son. But with that came millions of eyes. Too many eyes. And that changes everything. Luke said it stopped being fun. It started feeling like too much, too big, too exposed. And so he made a decision not just to rest, but to protect his family. He didn't want his kids to grow up in the spotlight. He didn't want to lose their peace and privacy. So he stepped back. His sons are growing up now, and they love the outdoors just like their dad. In fact, Luke shared that he's helping his oldest son, Tommy, launch his own channel, Outdoor Tom. Luke will still be there, just not in front of the camera. He'll be the one behind the scenes, guiding, supporting, but not taking the spotlight. He also said he has unfinished videos, things he shot but never uploaded, homestead footage, travel vlogs, extreme camping adventures. He might drop all of them at once near the end of 2025, a final gift to fans. But after that, he's going quiet. No more updates, no more uploads. Luke wants to live a normal life again, one without the weight of fame on his shoulders. When he posted the goodbye video, fans were heartbroken. Thousands of people left kind comments. Reddit threads exploded with emotional messages. Some people said Luke's videos helped them through hard times, especially during the lonely days of the pandemic. Others said they watched his videos with their own kids, that it brought families closer, that it helped them feel connected in a world that often feels too fast, too fake. Some even cried. One comment said, "It feels like losing a friend." Another read, "Thank you for everything. Luke, you gave us something real." But let's be clear, this wasn't a scandal. There was no drama, no secret lawsuit, no divorce, no YouTube beef. People online love to make up stories. When Luke went quiet in 2024, some even said he had died. TikToks claimed he passed away. Rumors flew everywhere. But the truth? He was just in Alaska, off the grid, building a cabin, doing what he's always done. And that's what makes Luke different. He didn't burn out in anger. He didn't collapse from stress. He chose to leave before things got bad. He saw the warning signs and made the move, calmly, wisely, and with love. That's rare. Most creators wait until they're totally broken. But Luke left while he still loved what he was doing. He just didn't love the fame that came with it. In the end, that's what this story is really about. It's not about fish or forests or tents in the snow. It's about one man who built something beautiful and then walked away from it before it swallowed him whole. Luke's rise wasn't flashy, but it was real, and maybe that's why it touched so many lives. He showed us that you don't have to scream to be heard. You don't need to be outrageous to make an impact. Sometimes the quietest voices echo the loudest. The channel still exists. The videos are still there. The memories, they won't go anywhere. But don't expect anything new anytime soon. Maybe we'll get a final upload at the end of the year. Maybe we'll catch a glimpse of Luke in Tommy's videos now and then. But Outdoor Boys as we knew it, it's done. Luke ended his video with one final message. If you feel my videos have helped you in some way, then go out and find someone you can help. That line stuck with people. It wasn't just a goodbye. It was a call to action. A final gift from a man who never wanted to be a star, but became one anyway. He didn't leave because he failed. He left because he succeeded, and because he was strong enough to protect the things that matter most. That's not a fall. That's a legacy. Why Outdoor Boys really quit YouTube. The truth behind Luke Nichols' silent exit. He wasn't a movie star. He wasn't chasing fame. Luke Nichols was just a dad, a lawyer-turned-camper, who wanted to share outdoor adventures with his sons. But then the internet took over, and now he's gone. No drama, no scandal, just silence. So what really happened? Why did one of YouTube's most beloved creators suddenly step away for good? Let's uncover the truth behind the quiet goodbye of Luke Nichols. From the courtroom to the campfire, at first, it looked like a dream. A man with a love for the wild, sharing simple, wholesome content. Fishing, camping, surviving off the land with his 3 young boys. No flash, no stunts, just pure adventure. And the world loved it. Luke hauled heavy gear through freezing rivers, dense forests, and muddy trails. He edited for hours. He did it all for the story, for the memories, for the audience. But even after everything, he didn't say he was tired from the work. He said he was tired from fame. The pressure of millions watching, the constant recognition in public, the strangers asking for selfies at every turn. What started as a family hobby had grown into something too big, too exposed. His wife felt it. His kids felt it. Luke saw the future, and it terrified him. He didn't want the internet to take over their lives. Luke didn't leave to take a break. He left to protect his family. He said it himself. It stopped feeling innocent. It stopped feeling safe. With over 15 million subscribers, Luke had become one of YouTube's biggest outdoor creators. But that success came with a price. People weren't just watching anymore. They were following, showing up, pressuring. And Luke, he wasn't built for that. He was never trying to be Mr. Beast. He didn't want the limelight. He just wanted to be a good dad, making memories in the woods. So he stepped back, not because he failed, but because he refused to lose the one thing that mattered most, his peace. This wasn't a fall from grace. It wasn't a scandal. There were no arrests, no lawsuits, no secret drama, just a man with the strength to say, enough. When Luke didn't upload for weeks, rumors spread fast. Some said he was sick. Some said he died. But in reality, he was deep in Alaska, building a cabin off the grid. Classic Luke. And when he finally returned with goodbye video, fans were crushed. The comments section flooded with grief, gratitude, and memories. Thank you for everything, Luke. Your videos helped me survive the pandemic. End of an era. Some cried. Some begged him to come back. Others simply whispered, "Good for you." His final words hit home. If my videos helped you, go help someone else. That wasn't just a farewell. That was a mission. Before the YouTube fame, Luke Nichols lived a very different life. He was a criminal defense attorney, fighting legal battles, defending clients, working long hours in courtrooms. Smart, respected, serious. But even then, his heart was in the wild. So he made a bold move. He traded in suits for survival gear, courtrooms for campfires. And with a camera in hand, he began filming simple outdoor adventures with his boys, Tommy, Nate, and Jacob. He taught them to fish, to build, to survive. And in the process, he taught millions of viewers too. The bond between Luke and his sons became the heart of the channel. Viewers loved watching a father raise his boys the old-fashioned way. Outside, away from screens, connected to nature. But not everyone agreed. Some critics questioned the safety of these wild adventures. Children climbing cliffs, crossing icy rivers, hiking alone in bear country, was it too much? Was Luke putting his kids at risk for views? Still, most fans saw the love, the trust, the lessons, and that's what kept them coming back. With over 2.3 billion views, Outdoor Boys became one of the most successful outdoor YouTube channels on the platform. Luke made millions, not just from ads, but also from sponsorships, merchandise, and affiliate sales. As of 2025, his net worth is estimated to be around $9 million. But you wouldn't know it watching him. He never flaunted wealth. No designer clothes. No Lamborghinis. No private islands. Just mud, tents, fish, and family. He uses money to buy better gear, travel further, and create even more memorable moments. But now that chapter is closing. Luke has said he'll help his son Tommy grow his own channel, Outdoor Tom. And maybe, just maybe, he'll drop a final batch of videos at the end of 2025. Until then, the screen fades to black. Luke Nichols didn't fail. He didn't burn out. He walked away on his own terms. He chose peace over popularity, family over fame, real life over digital life. And in a world where so many lose themselves chasing views, that might be his greatest adventure yet. Let us know in the comments, how did Luke's videos impact your life? And do you think he'll ever come back? Thanks for watching. Hit like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next story.